What's up? This is Gio from Hip Hop Weekly Magazine, and I'm here today with a special guest, Miss Kat Tat from VH1. We're here right now in her brand new tattoo shop in LA called Enigma Tattoo.
Yes.
How did this come about? Like, how did you decide, you know what, LA?
Well, I have been tattooing my entire adult life, really since I was 18 years old. And it's just been a continuous journey. I started in college, then from there I was like, okay, what's next? You know, so I left school to do it full time. Then we had the tattoo shop in Chicago. Boom, what's next? Then got a TV show. Boom, what's next? I'm like, look, it's no bigger place to go but LA. So my dad actually took me to LA once when I was 16, and I just fell in love with it. And I'm like, Daddy, I'm gonna move here one day.
So which TV show?
I was on Black in Chicago on VH1 for 3 seasons, and we got it in 2015 was when the first season aired, and it was a great platform. I mean, as a tattoo artist who drops out of college to tattoo full time, there's no greater platform than a nationally syndicated TV show, you know, so I took that platform and I ran with it.
So what is it like, you know, transitioning from being on such a big show and being a personality on TV like that to now being in the I don't want to call it the real world, but being an entrepreneur?
Yeah. I think it was a bigger transitioning into the TV world from the real world. The one common factor in it all is that I've been a tattoo artist long before the TV show, during the TV show based off of tattooing, and after. So it's like, as long as I stay true to that and focus on that, then I'll reap the benefits from it. There were times within the reality TV space where I do think I started to get lost in it a little bit, and you're focused more on what I'm gonna wear to set, or what are people gonna think when this episode airs. But I just had to regroup and just make it about tattoos. Like, I'm lucky or blessed that I got a show based off of tattooing and not like my love life or something completely random that has nothing to do with my career.
Right.
So as long as, you know, I stay true to that, then it's like tattooing is what got me here. You know, it wasn't the TV show that opened up this shop for me. I did that on my own with my hard work in tattooing.
So let's talk about tattooing.
Yes.
And let's talk about art, period. Because you said you started tattooing at 15. Which means you already
18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
But you had to be a hell of an artist already
in
order to start doing that. So, and I don't think that a lot of people realize that tattoo artists, the key word is artists, you guys do more than just tattoo work. So
I mean, if you're an amazing artist already, or if you have the talent, then you're going to be a better tattoo artist. And my mom was an artist. She never did anything with it. She was more corporate, but she always had the talent. Like, she would draw pictures of me and everything. So I've just been artistic as well. And these are some of my paintings and everything here. But being a tattoo artist also made me a better artist, because they go hand in hand with one another. So with both of them, it's like I'm sharpening my craft. But I love painting, and I've been able to do that as well. I've had 2 successful art shows within the 2 years that I've been here. I plan to have a 3rd one this year, and, you know, just keep creating.
Well, as a creator, so were there any other art forms that you would like to play with? Like, is there going to be a Kat Tat mixtape coming out?
Hey, you know what? All my friends will tell you, literally all my friends will tell you, like, if Katrina was not tattooing, she would be rapping. Whenever we're, like, out drinking or whatever, like, I'm the one that can just come through with the freestyle.
Oh, you got bars.
I got bars, like, literally.
We might have to get an exclusive for the gram.
No, I said when the drinks come out, okay? I don't see no Hennessy around here.
That's dope. So speaking of hip hop, because we are a hip hop magazine,
yes.
And the tattoo world, you know, kind of collides with the hip hop world all the
Absolutely.
time. You know, are there some cool people that you've worked with from the hip hop world?
Yeah, I've got to tattoo a lot of artists that I'm big fans of. Young M.A., I did a super dope tattoo on her leg, and we've become friends out of that. King Louis, straight, you know, out of Chicago. I got to do some really meaningful tattoos for him. I've tattooed a lot of up-and-coming artists, and then I've just been networking with a lot of artists, not since I've been here, just that are, you know, they admire my work and they want to get work from me. So with my shop just opening, you know, I plan to have all of them come through here, and it be an environment that, you know, caters to music, and because they go hand in hand, art and music. So yeah,
I'm sure you're gonna get it's gonna be ridiculous for you.
Thank
I have
you.
a cool question for you. So with that being said, and the tattoos and art, what are some of the more iconic, like, hip hop tattoos you can remember on people? Not that you've done, just period.
Okay, hip hop iconic. Okay, well, obviously almost everybody has a pot tattoo, right? My homeboy Kevin Leroy, who actually, he's an artist here, he did an amazing Biggie tattoo, and I don't know, it's iconic. Like if you see the picture, it's iconic. It might, yeah, it's great. What else?
Like when I think of that, I think of Tupac Thug Life tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Or like when Gucci Mane got the ice cream cone on his.
Okay, that's what you mean. Okay, let me think. I don't know. They're all like super tatted, but yeah. Probably killed it with that one, the Thug Life.
You know, you're here in LA. You have the new shop, which is beautiful, and it's in Beverly Hills, so you all fancy and stuff.
Thank you so much.
What's next for you?
Well, what's next? This shop is like a big deal for me. It's my very first tattoo shop. Like I said, I've been tattooing for 9 years, and I finally have my own shop. This is kind of like a dream come true. So my main focus right now is just, like I said, just making this the biggest shop, you know, one of the most poppin' shops in America, you know, or around the world. So I'm really focused on just working with amazing artists and networking with other music artists and getting them in here for an amazing tattoo and letting them see the other amazing tattoo artists that are in here. And then from there, just my art show that will probably be this November, and you know, just creating, you know, a new collection of paintings.
Make sure we're there.
Absolutely, you have to come. So just really, just pushing stuff, you know, like I said, just to keep creating. And TV, you know, I left the show because I'm not in Chicago anymore, and you know, that became one thing. But if TV was to follow, you know, what I'm doing here, then that would be an amazing project too. So just focusing on all that.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So what would that look like? Would that be you being in more control of how, you know, the information or the images are presented?
I don't know what that would look like, honestly. When we got Black in Chicago, it was based off of our real lives, you know, like there were no major casting calls and putting a random group of people together and seeing what happens. Like no, NYMAC had been open for over a year before this major production company on this major network even found us. So if you watch season 1 of the show, you'll see so much positivity, you know, and a little bit of negativity, but more so this family, you know, who is doing something amazing in the city of Chicago with all the other stuff going on. You got this one group of people who are doing this positive stuff and, you know, really love each other. So, and then years and years later, and seasons later, you know, it kind of turns into a negative thing. So if a show was to come here, I would want it to do just that, just focus on what is really going on. Yeah, everything has its ups and downs, life has its drama, but at the end of the day, it's a dope shop right here, you know, with amazing artists. So as long as you tell the real story with all the negatives that may come with it, then that's fine with me.
I think that, you know, the way reality TV is, and it's a portrayal, and there's so much positive and so much negative. What are, you know, you have fans, like, what is something that your fans won't know about you and your personality that if they didn't watch the show, you know, they wouldn't have gotten from watching the show?
You know, I have gotten, like, I feel like I really relate to the following of the show. And there are some things that, you know, I've done on the show that I may not be proud of, but since I left the show, like, I have so many more fans or supporters or whatever you call them rooting for me, you know, and like really supporting what I'm doing. So I'm happy. I feel like I gave off myself on the show. Like, they got to see this young girl from Chicago, from a regular, you know, home, regular family. Like, I'm a real person, and I gave off everything on TV. I gave off my passion. This is what I love to do. This is what I want to do. I gave off my love life, my little sticky situation dealing with these men. You know, I gave off everything. I didn't sugarcoat anything. Right. And sometimes I look great on the show, and sometimes I look crazy. But at the end of the day, like, people, they really, you know, related to me, and I feel like they're still taking this journey with me because I was so transparent on the show. And
then what about some of the other projects that you have in the works?
I just launched a shoe line with Shoe Dazzle, and you know, growing up when I was in high school, I had a Shoe Dazzle account, you know, order the shoes and everything. So now I get to pick my favorites and, you know, give that back. And I feel like, just like I said, my fans love the same shoes that I do. I feel like we have the same taste. I feel like, you know, so that's one of the biggest things that I have going on right now that they're able to connect with me on.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the world too right now. Like, cool things happening, some tragic things happening. Do you pay attention to like current events and the climate of things that are going on?
I try to. I would be lying if I said that I do, and I need to more. I need to so much more. You know, I need to wake up and check the news and see what's going on instead of getting on social media and seeing what's going on. These blogs, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of us are guilty of that. But I do, you know, I'm not so far out of touch. I know, you know, some of the terrible things that are happening right now. Very well aware.
Right.
Know.
Well, positive as well as terrible. I know, like for instance, the Nia Wilson thing is a big thing that's going on.
Yeah.
But then also positive, like LeBron's school. Like, what do you think of that?
I think that's great. You know, he kind of came from nothing. You know what I mean? And he worked his way up. And once you get to a certain point, you know, then you can give back, you know what I mean, to kids that grew up just like you. So I think that's amazing. Anytime that you can take your platform and give back to kids that, you know, come from a similar situation that you did, it's amazing. You can show them that it's possible. Like, you know, he didn't have a silver spoon. You know, he worked hard for it, came up, and now he's giving back to those kids with his name on it, showing you can do it too, right? Here's a resource for you. So I think that's amazing. That's something that I want to do. You know what I mean? Because people will look at things from the outside in. Oh, she's got a tattoo shop, you know, in LA. She just, ooh. It's like, no, it's a journey. You know what I mean? Right. So I think that that's amazing. I just want to inspire. Like, I really just want to inspire and just show people no matter what you come from, no matter what your circumstances are, you can make it. And don't always look at what you see on the outside and think that things just happen overnight or everyone just, you know, wakes up successful. There are peaks and valleys, you know, and it's a marathon. It's not a race. That's one of the biggest things that I was told that really, really stuck with me. You know, I've been tattooing for 9 years and I'm just now opening up my tattoo shop. You know, I've had to go through a lot of things before my moment. So that's what I would want to say. Just keep pushing, stay true to what you do, work really, really hard, and you can, you know, do your thing.
Well, again, thank you. And just so you know, you're definitely a friend of Hip Hop Weekly Mag now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you coming out and checking out the shop and covering my story. And you're welcome anytime. Got to get you in here for a tattoo. I got it set up right here. What's up?
Definitely got to get in here. Hey, y'all heard it. We're going to come in here. We're going to be back. Kat Tat, y'all.
Thank you so much.